Hello everyone, this is Victor. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a bit different. This is the very first review segment here, and we're starting it with 007 First Light. Let's get right into it. One of the things I love most is the bluffing mechanic. When someone spots you, you can talk your way out of it instead of fighting immediately. You can claim you're doing a routine security check, or that you're reviewing the perimeter and the guards actually buy it. It feels incredibly James Bond, and it is genuinely satisfying.
Trooper, what are you doing up here? There's an intruder in the lower levels.
We didn't hear.
Keep your ears open and you might next time.
This is a good break, John.
The combat itself impressed me too. Quick punches, solid defensive options, and a fast pace that never feels repetitive. You are constantly moving between cover as enemies push forward. Weapon variety, though, left me wanting a little more. You get pistols, a 12-gauge shotgun, rifles, and a sniper rifle. You can customize colors and skins, but nothing too special beyond that. For what the game is going for, though I think the weapon selection is enough. It does not need to be an arsenal simulator to work, and it mostly stays out of its own way. The driving sections are mostly excellent. A few moments, like a certain truck sequence, feel a bit too scripted and on rails, but the regular driving segments are genuinely fun. I also really like the hacking system, which feels a bit like Watch Dogs. You manage two main resources: electricity to power gadgets and weapons, and chemicals to arm bombs, missiles, and gas. It was exciting to hear that new gadgets are already coming to the game. I really hope more of them arrive through free DLC, so everyone gets access to more equipment over time. My favorite small detail might be this: when you run out of ammo, you can just throw the empty gun at an enemy. I laughed out loud more than once. It is hilarious and weirdly satisfying. Now let's talk about the story, because honestly, this is what hooked me the most. I'm a huge James Bond fan, and this game made me want to go back and rewatch the entire film series. The story is tightly written, well resolved, but still leaves a few threads open for a sequel, which feels inevitable given how well this game has clearly sold. From here on, I am going to be discussing major spoilers from the story. If you have not played it yet, and want to go in fresh, now is the time to pause or skip ahead. The opening alone hooked me completely. There is a massive action sequence in Iceland, and right as a bomb goes off, the classic 007 theme kicks in. That is when it truly clicked. From that moment, the experience only got better. The female characters were excellent across the board, especially Moneypenny and Em, both written with real presence and weight. Isola was fantastic too, the kind of character that leaves you wanting more of her in a sequel. She gave me strong Resident Evil vibes and very clear Spectre energy. Most of the achievements in this game are actually named after Bond films, like Diamonds Are Forever, and one called The Writings on the Wall, which is also the theme song from Spectre. That achievement unlocks specifically when you capture Isola in the Antarctica sequence, which feels like the clearest hint of all that she belongs to Spectre.
You won't! Let it go, James!
The references throughout are constant and clearly made with love. There is the fire-breathing dragon boat from Tomorrow Never Dies, a nod to Jaws' metal teeth, and plenty more if you look. If you are a long-time fan, hunting for these details, you are going to have a great time with this one. I also love that Bond has a facial scar here, something from the book. That detail has never actually appeared in any of the films, so this game ends up being more faithful to one specific piece of the source material than the movies ever were. The supporting cast overall was strong, but two performances stood out the most to me. The actors playing Greenway and Bond himself, both genuinely excellent throughout. I will admit, when Bond was first cast, I was skeptical. I recognized the actor as the young Dexter from the Dexter series, and worried he was too young to carry this role. Once I actually played the game, that worry disappeared completely. He is such a strong Bond that I would honestly love to see him cast as the next Bond in the actual film. Greenway, Bond's mentor and instructor at MI6, didn't impress me at first either. Early on, he has a real grudge against Bond during training, and it came across as simply irritating. But as the story progresses and that relationship evolves, the performance grew on me completely, to the point where the ending genuinely moved me. That arc was beautifully handled. Alright, that wraps up the spoiler section. Let's bring things back to a broader view of the game itself before closing things out. A lot of people describe this game as a mix of Uncharted, Hitman, and Watch Dogs. And honestly, that is fair. But it only borrows the strongest parts of each of those games. I love Uncharted. Hitman was never quite my style, even though I've played some of it, and Watch Dogs has plenty of rough edges of its own. This game takes only what worked from all three. The result is something that feels familiar in pieces, but ends up standing entirely on its own, almost like a new genre built specifically around what 007 needed to feel like. The chapter structure deserves credit too. It gives the whole experience a cinematic, almost television episode feeling, and I genuinely found myself stopping at chapter breaks like a TV show.
Now, let's see what all the fuss is about. There's Greenway. Hopefully I'm the last thing on his mind.
For a 007 game, that structure makes complete sense, since this entire franchise has always lived and breathed on cinematic presentation above almost everything else. So here is my score. I'm giving this game a solid 9 out of 10. It is an excellent way to kick off this review segment on the channel, starting with a game this strong. Honestly, 007 First Light might be the best game I have played in quite a long time, and it is absolutely a serious contender for Game of the Year. Going forward, I'll be bringing reviews for new releases as I play them, alongside the History series, which is going to continue soon with the original 1987 Metal Gear on MI6. I'm also planning to stream more live here directly on YouTube going forward, instead of mostly on the other platforms like before, so keep an eye out for that as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and drop a like on this video. We are still building this channel up, and your support genuinely means a lot to me, more than you probably know. I am leaving recommended videos on the card right now for you to check out next. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time on So GG Plays.